Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to rip into a new box of 1994 Donruss Series 1 Jumbo Packs. Let's get into it. Alright, it's a 1994 Donruss Series 1. It's a jumbo box. This is an eBay pickup, and the box seems to be in pretty good condition. It still has the shrink wrap on it, so it's, for the most part, factory sealed. It does have a couple of rips in the shrink wrap here and there, so not perfect condition, but pretty good. There are 24 packs in this box, and the main thing that we're going to be chasing are inserts. So 1994 was sort of the end of the junk wax era and the beginning of the insert mania era. So there are a lot of inserts in this set that we get to chase, and one of them is the Diamond Kings, and also the 90s Dominators, as well as, because this is a jumbo box, these are jumbo packs, we get one MVP insert in each pack, which is pretty cool. There's also a parallel, the special edition parallels, which have gold foil, gold holofoil. 1994 Donruss also had the Elite series, but I don't know if you could pull those from jumbo packs or not. So we'll just have to rip them to find out. And also, you get one 3.5x5 award winners numbered card in every box. So somewhere in here, maybe on top, there's an oversized numbered card that we get that should be pretty cool to check out. So let's just jump right into this, and I'm just gonna rip this shrink wrap off. And we're gonna start opening a few of these packs. We may do the first 3 or 4 today. We'll see how far we get. And let's see if we get that award winners numbered card on top. No, it must be at the bottom. So we'll see about that later on, I guess. All right, well, here we go. With 1994. Let's see if we can get through the first 4 packs. Now these, of course, from the mid-90s, we may have to deal with some bricking. Let's hope they're not too badly bricked, but we'll find out. We'll work through it, see what happens. 1994 Donruss Series 1, 20 cards per pack. See who we get in the first pack. And I can already tell right off the bat there's no bricking, so that's excellent news. They stick together a little bit, but they're not bricked, so that is awesome. And we start out with John Smiley. Let's see, I may be at the, flip them around, I think maybe this is the front. All right, we got Thomas Howard. Looks like we've got our VP insert there, and Brian Harvey for our first pack. And the Series 1 features the National League players for the MVP inserts. Brian Harvey of the Marlins. He's a pretty good player. Not exactly the guy that we wanted to pull, but it's a pretty sweet card nonetheless. And there's Cecil Fielder. It's pretty nice. These have a really nice design. Love the full bleed photos in these cards. And we got Jeff Russell. Duplicate Jeff Russell. And oh, that's sweet. See, that's one of the special edition parallels. And nice, we got a Hall of Famer for our first one. And we get 2 of these per pack. First one is excellent pull. Paul Molitor. That's nice. Go ahead and sleeve that one up. Very cool. Alright, and we got Tim Mauser. Names are going to be a little tough to read through the camera. We got Dennis Eckersley, another Hall of Famer there. And we got Jimmy Key. It's Bill Kruder. Martin McLemore. Oh, nice, a Diamond Kings in the first pack. Awesome, it's a Tim Salmon. That is great right there. Tim Salmon was back in '94. That would have been a huge pull. He was one of the hottest rookies back in that time, '93, '94. That's a beautiful card, though. Tim Salmon was he's a good player. He's not a Hall of Famer, but he was a great player. Kingfish, they called him. Beautiful card. Alright, so then we continue on. We got Charlie Hayes. For the Hall of Famer, Alan Trammell. That's nice. Ricky Gutierrez. Arthur Rhodes. There's another special edition parallel. It's another good one. Gary Sheffield, nice. Really cool with that gold holofoil on the nameplate and logo plate there. We got Donald Harris and Tim Worrell. All right, that's a pretty good first pack. Really pumped about the two special edition parallels we got, Sheffield and Molitor, and the Tim Salmon Diamond Kings. That is sweet. And what I like about these, this was a really upgraded design from I'll say an updated design. I love the design of the prior years as well, but I like that with that red cracked ice foil there. And of course the artwork by Perez Galleries is excellent. Alright, let's check out the next pack. Alright, we started out with Pedro Munoz, and for our MVP insert, Mark Grace. That's a nice one. Those are some really cool inserts. Look at that blue foil there. And we got Kevin Stocker, Bill Gullickson, and another Bill Gullickson, another duplicate there for our special edition parallel. Darryl Kyle, the late Darryl Kyle. Sweet, we got Griffey. Nice. If only Griffey would have been in the parallel, that would have been cool. But man, that's a nice card right there. Always happy to pull a Griffey. Great pull. All right, we got Geronimo Pena. I do apologize. It's a little tough to read the names, so I'm having to look around the camera to see it most of the time. Jeff Russell there. Nice. Cal Ripken, another Hall of Famer. Awesome. Man, what a nice pack. So the backs of the cards look great too. Man, in 1994, Donruss really elevated their game as compared to prior years with this new design, a lot more fancy than the years prior. We got another Diamond Kings in here. There's Trevor Hoffman, a Hall of Famer. That's awesome. And oh, sweet, Andres Galarraga Diamond Kings. Man, 2 for 2 on Diamond Kings. That's pretty cool. Andres Galarraga, the big cat. It's just a beautiful card right there. All right, we got Henry Rodriguez. The late Mike Greenwell, rest in peace. Great player in his time. And there's Ricky Henderson on the checklist. That's a cool checklist because it commemorates his 2,000 career hits. For the legendary Ricky Henderson, one of the greatest players of all time. Obviously the greatest leadoff man that ever played. Got Jeff Treadway. Next special edition parallel, Cecil Fielder. There we go. It's not bad at all. Jason Beret. Wayne Kirby. And we'll end it with Gary Wayne. Another nice pack, a really nice pack. Can't believe we've gotten two Diamond Kings inserts in each of the first 2 packs. That is pretty awesome. And we've done pretty good on our parallels too. All right, pack number 3. Let's see what we can get in the next one. So glad these aren't bricked. Little, like I said, a little stick in there, but nothing, no damage. I hadn't seen any paper damage so far. So that's great. We got Joe Girardi. And for our MVP insert, it's a Greg Jeffries. Sticking a little bit there. All right, so there we go. Greg Jeffries, the Cardinals. Remember him mostly as a Met. All right, you got Rafael Palmeiro, a throwback uniform, not bad. We got Gino Petralli. Okay, so I'm finding that there's a duplicate card in the same spot in each pack. That's strange, but all right. Gino Petralli again and Robin Ventura on our parallel there. Special edition parallel. Ben Rivera. There's a Hall of Famer, Robin Yount. Nice. Very cool. We got Dave Hollins, Chris Haney, Luis Polonia, Dave Stewart. There's another Hall of Famer, Barry Larkin. Nice. We got a Phil Hyatt, rated rookie. Terry Mulholland. Freddie Benavides. Hey, here's the Hall of Famer on our special edition. That's a nice one. Robbie Alomar. Really having some great luck with these parallels here. We got Scott Fletcher. Brad Pennington and John Dobson. All right, guys, so let's open one more pack and then we'll wrap things up with this part 1 of the new box in 1994 Donruss Series 1. All right, we got Jay Owens. Sweet, Tony Gwynn for our MVP insert. Awesome, Hall of Famer. It's a great pull. Beautiful looking card there. We got Greg Harris, Dave Hollins again, of course. Another duplicate in the same exact spot, Dave Hollins. And then nice, a Hall of Famer, Ozzie Smith on the special edition parallel. That's another great card. Man, this has been a fun start to this box. There's so many great cards here. Nice, of the Wizard. We got Damian Easley, Dave Nilsson, Carl Everett, Ruben Sierra, Eddie Taubensee, Henry Cotto, Bobby Munoz, that's Willie Hathaway, Hilly Hathaway. Okay, I've never heard of him. We got JT Snow. He was a great player. Pretty hot rookie at the time. I think that's a second-year card though. And Spike Owen. Special edition. We got a Carlos Baerga. He was a really good player for the Tribe back then. We got Mark Wohlers, Chris Hoyles, and we'll end the rip with Kevin Tapani. All right, so that was a fun first few packs, and I'll be right back with a quick recap. All right, so just as a quick recap here, we pulled several Hall of Famers on the base cards. We got the Barry Larkin, Robin Yount, Trevor Hoffman, Alan Trammell, Dennis Eckersley, a Ricky Henderson checklist, Cal Ripken, and of course Ken Griffey Jr. That's a great one right there. And then on the special edition parallels, several good ones here. We got Cecil Fielder, Gary Sheffield, Hall of Famer Paul Molitor, Hall of Famer Robbie Alomar, and of course Hall of Famer Ozzie Smith. That's probably my favorite one of those. On the MVP inserts, that we got one per pack. We pulled a Brian Harvey, Mark Grace, Greg Jeffries, and Hall of Famer Tony Gwynn. That's a great card right there. And then we pulled two sweet Diamond Kings inserts, and man, those are super cool. We got Tim Salmon and Andres Galarraga. That's pretty cool. We got two of these in the first four packs. I'll definitely take that. Both of those are really sweet. I love the Diamond Kings, and that's a nice design. All right, y'all. Well, that'll do it for this video. That was a lot of fun and a great start to this box of 1994 Donruss Series 1. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it, and I will see you guys again soon for the next one. Until then, y'all take care and have a great day. See you later.